Dear students, I hope you all will be fine. I'm here, Mohammad Jamal Khan, lecturer in Botany Department of Botany, University of Education, Lahore. Today, we will discuss a topic from the core subject of botany, that is plant systematic anatomy and development. And the course code of this subject is BOTN 1112. So this is lecture number 22, in which we discuss the concept, structure and function of Sclerenchyma. So here we have the content in which discuss or address the various questions and various features regarding Sclerenchyma cells. So here we have another permanent tissue, that is Sclerenchyma cells. Simply, these are the simple permanent tissues that possess the deposition of lignin, or these are lignified tissues that lack protoplasm at maturity. Due to this, these cells are dead and they have thick secondary wall. These are main strengthening tissues of plant. These cells are found in all parts of plant, and these cells considered as hard tissues to provide mechanical support. They are long, narrow, thick-walled lignified cells, and they do not contain living protoplasm. They exhibit a polygonal in shape, a thick material that is deposited along the inner wall of the cell due to lignin and pectin compounds. So their activity becomes their cavity becomes very small, and they have no intercellular air spaces. Sclerenchyma are classified on the basis of size of their cells. So on the base of size, Sclerenchyma has two types. One is Sclereids, the second one is fibrous. Simply, we define Sclereid as the short or irregular Sclerenchyma cells are known as Sclereids, or a variable shaped Sclerenchymatous cells with strongly lignified wall having simple piths is also referred as Sclereids. As far as fibers is concerned, these are defined as very long and narrow Sclerenchymatous cells with tapering ends. They are referred as fibers. Or in addition to this, both Sclereids and fibers are derivatives of Procambium. So here we have the overall classification of Sclerenchyma. As you know, the Sclerenchyma is classified into two types. One is Sclereids, the other one is fibers. Furthermore, the Sclereids are further categorized that are recognized on the basis of their shape and thickness of wall. So here we have the types of Sclereids. One is Brachysclereids. It is also called as Brachysclereids. Then we have Macrosclereids, then Osteosclereids, Extraxylary, and in the end we have Trichoscelereids. The next type of Sclerenchyma is fibers, and fibers is further classified on the basis of their position. So the fibers are of two types. One is xylem fibers, the other one is extraxylary fibers. So xylem fibers is further classified into three types. One is fiber tracheids, the second one is libriform fibers, and the third one is gelatinous or mucilaginous fibers. The extracellular xylem fiber is further classified into three types. One is Phloem fibers, then we have the cortical fibers, and in the end we have a pre-vascular fiber. Sclereids are short, irregular Sclerenchyma cells, and they are non-fibrous in nature. Sclereids have thick lignified secondary wall due to the deposition of lignin, and it appears like a very rigid and hard structure like stone. So these Sclereids is also referred as stone cells. So the lumen of the cell of Sclereids are filled with wall deposits, so it is very small. In some cases, the deposition of secondary wall is uneven in Sclereids. So a Sclereid may or may not retain protoplasm at maturity. Due to high deposition of lignin, they become dead cells. These Sclereid cells are found in the whole plant, especially in the cortex, pith, phloem, hard seeds, stony fruits, nuts, in the leaves and stem of many dicot plants in gymnosperm. These Sclereid cells possess many piths. In some cases, pith chambers are also formed in it. So here we have the different types of Sclereids based on their shape and size, and we will discuss one by one in detail in later slides. So the first type of Sclereid is Brachysclereid. So these Sclereids are present in cortex, pith, and phloem of stem. These cells are very short and possess isodiametric shape. Majorly it is found in the fleshy edible parts of the fruit and in the pulp of fruits. And the example of Brachysclereid is apple and pear, the edible part of apple and pear. The next we have Macrosclereids. These are elongated and columnar cells like rod-shaped structure. They have very thick walled cell with very narrow lumen due to the deposition of lignin, and it majorly form the epidermal cells of seed coat. And the example of this Macrosclereid is testa of seed. So the next type is Osteosclereids. These are columnar cells, and these cells are bone and barrel shaped with broad ends that possess with bulged ends like the bones. So they are found in the leaves and the seed coat of many monocotyledons, especially a seed coat of pea. So the next type is Sclereids. These are star-shaped cells or Sclereids having lobes. So these cells have lobes or arms that are radiating from the central body. A number of arms varies in different species, and such type of Sclereids are found in the petiole of Nymphia and the leaves of Trichodendron. The last type of Sclereids is Trichoscelereids. These are hair-like Sclereids, and they may be branched or unbranched. These are found in intercellular spaces of leaves and stem of some hydrophytes, and it is occur in leaves of olive. These Trichosclereids is also called as trichoblast or internal hairs. So here we have different shapes of these Sclereids. First of all, we have Brachysclereids that have isodiametric in shape. Then we have Macrosclereids. They are rod shaped. Then we have Osteosclereids. They are bone or barrel shaped structure. And then we have Osteosclereids. These are star shaped. And in the end we have Trichosclereids that have hair-like appearance, that may be branched or unbranched structure. So the next type of Sclerenchyma cells is fibers. Fibers are very much elongated cells, and these cells have pointed ends. So they are pointed at both ends and they look like fibers. These are long, narrow and thick-walled lignin-fimed cell. So a hard lignin-fimed secondary cell wall is developed in it. Fibers have very much thickened walls due to the presence of lignin, cellulose, hemicellulose and pectin. So these fibers have strongly lignified walls. Due to lignification, sometimes cell lumen is removed or very narrow. The main function of these fibers is to provide mechanical support in plant different parts. They also play a vital role in the formation of bundle cap or sheath and in the formation of element of xylem and phloem as xylem fibers and phloem fibers. Fibers are found in all parts of the plant. They are present in stem, roots and leaves, and they may form the component of vascular tissues. So here we have the classification of fibers. On the basis of their position, we classify the fibers into two forms or two broad categories. One is xylem fibers, that is also called as wood fibers. The second one is extraxylary fibers, that is also referred as bast. The xylem fibers, these fibers are found in xylem and also known as wood fiber, I already told you. And their cell wall is much thickened and lignified, and their inner cavity, that is lumen, becomes very small. As far as concerned with the extraxylary fibers, these fibers are present outside the xylem and they are usually found in different regions of plant body. And these fibers are also called as bast fibers or simply bast. These extraxylary fibers or bast are present in phloem and cortex tissue. In cortex, they form uninterrupted hollow cylinders in the ground tissue, and in phloem they form a fiber shaft. These xylem fibers basically become the part of xylem. So they are developed from the meristem, which develop the other xylem tissue. The xylem fibers are of different types. The first we have fiber tracheids, that is also called as tracheids fiber. Then we have lubriform fibers, and in the end we have mucilaginous or gelatinous fibers. So the first type of xylem fiber or wood fiber is fiber tracheids. They have intermediate thickness between the tracheids and fibers. They have border pith, and these fiber contain relatively thin wall. So due to this, these fiber tracheids are longer than sclereids, but are they shorter than fibers. The next we have next type of xylem fiber is the lubriform fibers. These fibers have very thick wall and possess simple piths, or they are longer than tracheids. Due to thickened cell wall, it possesses very narrow lumen. The last type of gelatinous xylem fiber or wood fiber is gelatinous fiber or mucilaginous fiber. The innermost layer of these fibers is rich in cellulose. It has greater water holding capacity. Due to this, they are highly hygroscopic. The lignin content is absent in the secondary wall. So due to the presence of cellulose in secondary wall, appears shiny and gelatinous. These fibers are commonly found in elastic wood of some trees. They are found in dicot plants, and majorly they are developed during stress condition to provide mechanical support. So the second type of fiber is extraxylary fibers. These fibers are present outside the xylem. They are usually found in different regions of plant body. These fibers are also referred as bast fibers. There are different types of extraxylary fibers. Number one, we have Phloem fibers, then we have cortical fibers, and then we have perivascular fibers. So here we have the first type of extraxylary fiber, that is Phloeic fiber or Phloem fibers. So these fibers are found in phloem of vascular bundles, or they are located in the primary and secondary phloem. These are better known as bast fibers. The next we have the cortical fibers. They are present in cortex, and majorly it covers the cortex region of the plant body. It may present singly or in a group, and the main function of cortical fiber to provide mechanical support to young parts of the plant. Then we have a perivascular fiber. These are present on the periphery of vascular bundles or cylinders. And majorly these are found in the phloem of vascular These are found on the outer region of the vascular bundles. And in some cases these perivascular fibers are also present inside the innermost cortical layer. So here we have the functions of Sclerenchyma. This Sclerenchyma actually is the main mechanical tissue that provide mechanical support to the primary and the secondary parts of the plant. It also take part and play a role in the conductive system of plants, as these Sclerenchyma cells are present around the vascular bundles. So act as the component of vascular tissue system. So the main component of xylem, that are vessels and tracheids, actually these both cells are Sclerenchymatous cells. So Sclerenchymatous cells also have an important role in the formation of xylem. It also produces hypodermis below the epidermis in xerophytes plant as a protective layer to reduce the exponential, or to reduce the water discharge, as in the case of transpiration. These Sclerenchyma cells also protect the seed from desiccation. The Sclerenchyma cells enable the plant's organ to develop resistance against the gravitational tension and strains.